And it's like, it has a good kick to it. It's like not too spicy. Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys who are new here, my name is Jasmine, and I lost over 100 pounds naturally, meaning no weight loss surgery, no appetite suppressants, none of that. What did I do, you ask? What did I do? I changed what I ate. I have been vegan now for 2.5 years, and I weightlift. I love my new lifestyle. So we have so much fun stuff to get into today. It's been cold. I don't know where you're at, but where I'm at, it is cold. Like fall is really here. And I love fall, not for the cold. I hate the cold, but I love fall because this is the time to make lots of different soups and stews and pumpkin and sweet potatoes. It's just giving fall type vibes, right? So today I want to make a curried lentil stew with you guys. I love curry lentil stew. It's one of my favorite lentil dishes. So we're going to make that. Also, you guys, I will be hitting the gym. We're going to be doing full body. Not too sure what we're going to do yet. I kind of just make it up as I go when I get there, see the vibe and all of that. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I think it's time. Let's go ahead and have some fun today. All right, so I decided to start my lift with the belt squats. So I have a 45-pound plate on each side, so a total of 90 pounds. I love this machine for quads. I've told you guys before, you can definitely hit your glutes with this. I haven't done it yet. My trainer introduced the belt squat machine to me. One thing that you want to make sure you're doing is keeping your back as straight as possible. You don't want to be leaning forward, you don't want to be leaning back, and also you really want to try your best to get as deep into the squat as possible. One other tip is, like, once you stand up, don't lock your knees. See how I keep myself kind of bent before going right back into the next rep? Like my legs, my knees. That's one way. And then on top of that, try your best to go down slow so you can really embrace the quad burn. I did a total of 3 sets, 12 reps. These were killer. And I supersetted the belt squats with the seated calf raises. I have a 45-pound plate, and I think that's a 35-pound plate if I'm not mistaken. So I definitely went heavier than I normally do. I don't really work my calves, I guess, as much as I should, maybe. I really only do this calf machine, and it's really because this calf machine is right next to the belt squat. So anytime you guys see me do belt squats, I'm like, well, the calf raise machine is right here, so why not? I did make sure to go heavier. I don't think I've used this much weight before on the seated calf raise machine, and I think I was only able to get 12 reps for each set. Then I supersetted the belt squat and the calf raises with wide grip lat pull downs using the neutral grip, and I got 12 reps here. Yeah, just when you do this, try to get the bar to touch your chest. That's one thing I strive for when I do these. And then just don't let the machine like do all the jerking for you. Like, keep yourself in control. You'll see some people kind of like letting the machine pull them up and down. It really should be you pulling the machine up and down, not the machine pulling you. So just a tip there. Then once I did all 3 sets of that, the next superset I did was pec deck for chest flies, making sure that I keep my chest elevated up and really trying to make sure I feel this all in my chest and not in my shoulders. Yeah, I love chest flies. And then I supersetted chest flies with some overhead tricep extensions using the rope. I did a drop set with this. So I started with 30 pounds, did as many as I can, and notice how I'm really making sure my arms go all the way back before pulling forward again, just to really get as much tricep work in as possible. And once I couldn't do any more at the 30 pounds, I dropped the weight down 5 pounds to 25 pounds and then did another set of however many I could do before failing, and that was set 1. So with the chest flies and the overhead tricep extensions, I did 3 sets. I love the fall time because I can make stews and soups. So I decided to make a stew today, curry red lentil stew. I started by dicing my onions. I love extra onions in everything that I cook, so I did 1.5 onions. And then I also diced up some bell peppers. Those are yellow bell peppers. The recipe called for serrano, but I didn't have any on hand and I wasn't going to the grocery store, so I used bell pepper. Then I put those in a pot and I used some of my minced garlic, a little bit of avocado oil, and mixed all of that up while allowing the vegetables to start sauteing. Then I cut up some celery. I used the whole stalk here, making sure to cut them into really small pieces. I even left the leaves. I think it just makes stuff taste better. I don't know, to each his own. But yes, I used the whole stalk. And then once I was done cutting up my celery, I put that to the side along with some carrots. I'm using 3 big carrots here, and I'm making sure to cut those up into really small pieces as well. Next, I added some ginger to my pot along with some turmeric, about 1 teaspoon of each, and I stirred all of that up, making sure I coated everything. Then what I did was I added my celery and my carrots to the pot and let that start cooking down like so. I also stirred it all up so that the seasonings could coat the celery and the carrots too. Next, what I did was I added 1 teaspoon of cumin. I added some coriander, some chili powder. I did add more chili powder towards the end. I also added about 4 teaspoons of curry. And I also used spicy curry as well. I love my food to have like a kick to it. I then used some gram masala and I mixed all of that up and made sure to scrape any of the seasonings that were sticking to the bottom of the pan, or the pot, excuse me. Then I added 2 cups of vegetable broth, but I did go back and add like a half a cup more towards the end. And then I added 1 cup of red lentils to the pot. Next, I diced up 2 tomatoes and added that to my pot as well and mixed everything up. This was also where I tasted my soup, even though the vegetables weren't done, just to make sure that I liked the flavor. Once the flavor was to my liking, I put the lid on it and let it cook for about 45 minutes. Then I took the lid off, made sure I still enjoyed how it tasted. I added 1 can of light coconut milk. I also added some maple syrup to my pot to give it like a little bit of a sweet taste, and let that simmer on the stove again for another 15 to 20 minutes. And this is how it turned out. It smelled delicious, you guys. I'm ready to taste it. All right, you guys, let's taste it. First and foremost, let me tell you guys, it smells absolutely delicious. Now, I did add some maple syrup to it. It needed some sweetening, and I did add some sea salt. Okay, and you can serve this over rice too. Like, you could do rice or quinoa. I'll probably serve mine over quinoa, but right now I just have the stew. So let's go ahead and taste. The smell of curry is just amazing. And this is full of protein. I love this. All right, here we go. This is perfect. And it's like, it has a good kick to it. It's like not too spicy, but not like bland. Like, this is really good. Oh man. You guys, I love curry lentil stew. Like, it is my favorite. Oh my gosh, this is so good. All right, wrong. I'm gonna finish eating my bowl. Look, I can feel it in my throat. The heat. That is delicious. Okay, I'm gonna finish eating. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Yeah, we had a good time. I love cooking. I'm having so much fun with this. All of these meals that I'm making are high in protein, low in calories, high in fiber. Like, you're gonna lose weight. Anything that you guys have seen me cook, you're gonna lose weight. Like, it's gonna fall off. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.